Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Treerow Rescue. Still working on the 66 Impala, Madison, the Mordor Impala. In this one, we are modifying a transmission mount. Why? Because I put a GM T5 transmission in behind this 5.7 Vortec that is turbocharged. You might be saying to yourself, why'd you go with T5? Just drivability on the highway. And I have, in the process of putting this transmission in, I've had to have the drive shaft shortened, and I have to modify my transmission mount because in the T5, come out of a 92 Camaro, it has a 22-degree offset or rotation to put the shifter closer to the driver in a 92 Camaro. So we're going to get started on that. Welcome back to Treerow Rescue. Hang out. Let's see if I actually accomplish. As you can see, our engine and everything is square, but this has an offset to it. It's kind of pushed toward, the bottom of this transmission is kind of pushed towards the passenger side, and that is that 22-degree offset that I was telling you about. And as you can see, our factory transmission mount and our transmission cross member is flat because this originally had 2-speed power glide in it. I still have that transmission. No, I'm not getting rid of it. It's going into a project drag car eventually. So I need to cut, this is my plan anyway, cut this bracket off, kind of bolt it up to this transmission here, and then re-weld it in the orientation that it needs to be for our transmission to sit nice and solid. And what that's going to require is me taking measurements through the tunnel cover, frame rail to frame rail, putting a laser level on it, making sure that we are actually square from the front of the car to the rear of the car in conjunction with the pumpkin, the drive shaft, the engine, all 9 yards. And then once we verify all of that information, then we can weld this back in place in the position that it needs to be. That is the game plan. Is it going to work out that way? Maybe. So first things first, I have to suspend the transmission. How do I plan to do that? Very good question. I'm trying to figure that out myself. Okay. Now, how to suspend it, Because if I just undo it, we're going to put too much tension on the motor and everything, and that's just not going to be good. I could attempt a ratchet strap from here to here, going over there to pull the transmission up as tight as possible. Is that going to be reliable and steady enough? No. I have a flat piece of steel. Is this big enough? As a matter of fact, it is. Perfect. Let me massage this in place. And that should hold it in place for me to cut this off. I hope. It's definitely there. And we are up and off of my mount. So I should be able to essentially cut all of this off. Game plan. Got it. All right. Let the sparks fly. I caught my hair on fire a little. Let's see if I can get any kind of movement on this yet. No, I'm just moving the car. So let's get something a little more gentle. Ta-da! Now I'm going to clean this up. All right, there. Yeah, and yes, this will get washers. Oh, it's nice and snug. Yes, I like it, and I like it a lot. That should be a good enough ground. Tacking in place. Burning my hair. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think I'm just gonna burn it in. That looks good from my house. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Bam. Transmission's mounted. Everything is square. I know I didn't show you because I actually did this a long time ago. I measured from frame rail to frame rail, the center of the drive shaft, all before I did any of this. And now our transmission is solidly mounted. And it's weird, there's something missing here, like a flywheel and a clutch assembly. Yeah, I've got to pull this back out, you know. But I had to mock it up because I had to get started on it. So there's that. Yeah, it's empty. Whee! All right, so now that the transmission is mounted, this is a 5-speed. This is an automatic car. I gotta knock a hole in the floor for my shifter. And the way that I'm gonna do that is I'm still trying to figure that out. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a drill bit and put 4 holes in conjunction with just the outside of all 4 corners of this shifter mounting plate. And then I'll just connect the dots. That way it's not something atrocious and a massive hole. It's going to be really, really tight for where my shifter is going to go. And it'll make it easier to cover up, hide, and seal whenever I'm ready to go up top. Nope. Yeah, come on. It does kind of hurt me to put holes in Madison, but it's for the greater good. I got my 3 holes marked out from underneath that I can get to with a drill bit. And then I took a caliper and I measured length and width and got my 4th hole. So let's see how we did. I'm gonna cut it out with a death wheel here. It's a bit big, but it's okay. Gives us more room for a boot, but it's not crudely chopped up. One shot, boom, done. Here, I'll get you in here. Come here. Okay, as you can see, we can easily access all 4 bolts. It is a little wide by maybe a ½ inch or an inch or so, but that's okay. The boot will cover that for sure. Let's there. As you can see, there's lots of holes in this floor, but you'll see that in another episode. Don't know which one, but you'll see it, I promise. Let me go get my shifter and we'll test fit it. A custom made shifter. This is just one of those from Amazon that we kind of had to mill out a little bit to do what we wanted to do. Easily accessible. That's good stuff right there. And my plan is, and you let me know what you think. I'm thinking of building it from here out and up with a chain. Get like a stainless chain or something like that. I think that'd be kind of cool. Comment below, what would you like to see the shifter made out of? I think it'd be kind of cool as a chain, but I mean, it's because of you guys I'm able to work on this car. Give me your input. Oh yeah, it sounds good. Reverse. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, reverse. So that's basically it. We changed up the transmission mount, got it where we needed it. We have the engine and everything centered. We got that. We took our measurements. Bam, got that in. The drive shaft was shortened by Rainey's. And we got our pilot holes. And then we cut our hole in for our shifter. Now we're ready to do some rust repair. Man, I'm really sad about this floor because it wasn't this bad last time I looked at it, which was actually a couple of years ago. Maybe it's just a year ago, whatever the case may be. What else did we do? I hope you're learning something. I know I'm learning a whole lot by doing this just on my own, figuring it out as I go. But yeah, so that's going to do it for this episode. I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all of the things. If you're hanging out with me and following the build, I greatly do appreciate it. Like, you don't know how much it means to me. Look, a patch panel. But yeah, stay tuned because next week another one's coming out. What are we doing? You'll have to tune in to find out. Again, thank you. I appreciate you, and we'll see you next week right here on Treerow Rescue. See ya.